Hi, and welcome to Live and Lead for Impact. This is Kirsten Ross-Vogel, your team performance pro. Today, I'm going to talk about a little bit of a different topic. I want to share some mindset shifts that might be helpful for you moving into this holiday season. The holidays can be in beautiful and loving and amazing, but some people, also struggle. There can be overwhelm and sadness. And so I'm hoping that a little bit of what I share today can be helpful, regardless of where you are and how you're feeling about moving into the holidays. And the first I want to say is maybe focus on the simple things. I'm old enough now to have had many, many holiday seasons. And when I think back, one of my favorites was the simplest of Thanksgivings. And my boys were pretty young. And it was my now husband. I think we were dating at the time, but my now husband, my two boys, and we went to Virginia Beach. And it was just the four of us. And we were staying on the water. So we had, and the weather was unseasonably warm. And we were grateful. And it literally, I think, was the best Thanksgiving I ever had. And it was time together. It was early mornings with my youngest son, wrapping in blankets, going out on the balcony and watching dolphins as the sun rose. It was my boys skateboarding up and down the boardwalk there. It was Christmas lights all over the boardwalk that we got to see every night from our window, and cars streaming through at night, and knowing like, wow, we have this beautiful view. And again, it was unseasonably warm. And so we were fishing, and my youngest was fishing and flying kites and spending time on the beach. And it was, there weren't many people there. And we went to the aquarium and all these great things. But anyway, when I look back, the reason that it was so amazing was just our time together. And it was the simple things. Our meal that year was everything store bought. I just wanted to keep it simple. And so we bought, I think it was a rotisserie chicken probably, and the mashed potatoes that you heat up, and a store-bought pie or two. And we sat at this tiny little table in the little space that we were staying in. I think it only had 4 chairs, but tiny, tiny little table, and it was just the best. And so whether your holiday season is has lots of moving parts or is very simple, I just want to kind of reiterate or remind you that it's the simplest of things. And so if you're feeling disappointed that it's not more, that it's not bigger, it's okay. Maybe it can be okay, because there's some simple things to focus on. The next I want to talk about is gratitude. And so we're coming to Thanksgiving. And can it be about the things that we're grateful for? When my boys were growing up, we did gratitude talks. And if you've known me for a while, you've probably heard me talk about this, but we were going through a particularly difficult time when they were young, and they would climb into bed with me before going to sleep. And we would each share what we were grateful for from the day. And my oldest at the time said, when I get older, I want to write a book and I want to share with other kids and encourage them to have gratitude talks with their moms, because it really helps. And it does. And so we're coming into this day of Thanksgiving in the United States. And so I want to encourage you to take a look at, particularly on that day, but like, what about every day? What can you be grateful for? There's so much going on in the world and in our lives, and, that can bring all kinds of emotions. But regardless of what we're going through, there's always something to be grateful for. I always laughed when my boys were little. The things that they were grateful for were often their video games, etc. But every once in a while they would appreciate their mom, which always felt good. But anyway, it's just that shift in focus, the shift in mindset that can really be helpful regardless of what you're going through. So as you come into these holidays, I will say, focus on gratitude and maybe bring that on into the rest of the year. The next thing I want to talk about is being present, be in the moment. Again, I'm going to sound like this old sage, and I'm tearing up a little bit, but we feel like when our kids are little, and growing up feels like we have forever. And the truth is, they grow up. And when you're in it, it feels like forever. When you look backwards, I'm telling you, it's the blink of an eye. It's a click of a finger. And then time changes and they're grown and they move on. And then it becomes a privilege to still be in their life. But regardless, if they're in your life a lot or in your life a little, you're now likely sharing with other families, an extended family, and things get more complicated. And so I'm going to encourage you that through the busyness or overwhelm that you might be feeling, to be present in the moment. And again, look for those smaller things. Look for the little moments, the time together. If you do some math, if your kids are in, say, 7th grade, you only have a handful of years left before they're off to college. And once they're in college, or graduate from high school, maybe whatever they end up doing after high school, again, they might have their own families, et cetera. And so the window of time that when you start looking at how many holiday like Christmas vacations do you have left, or holiday vacations do you have left? How many holiday seasons do you have left? How many birthdays before, life shifts? How many summer vacations? How many spring breaks? When you do the math, it's a handful. And so as you move into this holiday season, I hope that you're able to be present and think about and really cherish and hold on and try to not be so overwhelmed if that's the way you go during the holidays. And maybe things don't have to be so fancy. Maybe you can keep them simple. Because ultimately, there were many years when I was hosting 30 plus people at huge Thanksgiving events and doing all the things. But look what I remember the most. The simple little one that we had in Virginia Beach with just the 4 of us with all the store-bought food and just the time together and making those great memories. And so during the busyness and during the chaos, maybe think about what you want to do versus what you feel like you have to do or should do, and focus there. And maybe work to, stay away from the being overwhelmed. Maybe try to outsource more or just do less or let others pick up more of the tasks, all the kinds of things that you can do. So for today, as we move into the holidays, I just wanted to give this simple little reminders. So one, focus on the simple things and maybe create a simpler holiday season. Maybe drop the things that don't matter so much. 2, gratitude. In all days, we can find things to be grateful for, even when we're going through tough times. So especially when we move into this holiday season. And again, if it's an overwhelming or stressful or sad time for you, where can you focus on gratitude? What are those things that you can be grateful for? And then the third, just be in the moment. And if you are in those busy, crazy, wonderful years of tons of family and little kids and the chaos of all of it, just try to be in the moment and just pull in all those moments and be present and grateful for all of them, and try to create all those memories in your mind that you can take with you forever. So I'm Kirsten Rossvogel, your Team Performance Pro. I hope that this has helped. If it has, shoot me a message or make a comment. Tell me what are some of your favorite memories of the holidays? What are some of your feelings? Where are you at with kids right now? Are you just starting a family? Do you have little ones and you're in the craziness and chaos of all of that? Or are they maybe getting a little older? Maybe you're an empty nester now and you're dealing with that. But so how are you dealing with all of it? And as you move into the holidays, and what are some of your favorite memories? What are some of your plans for the upcoming holidays? I would love to hear from you. So, yeah, shoot me a message in the comments, and I can just say happy holidays to all, and I hope that everyone is able to make some great memories this year. All right, take care.